Welcome to the Energy Hour. The Energy Hour is brought to you by Quality Home Improvement, Southern California's premier residential and commercial contractor, making homes and businesses energy efficient, one building at a time.
What's going on, everybody? There's Ray cracking up in the background. He couldn't hold it, could he, Shaun?
It's the cheese is just overflowing right now.
Oh, Lord. Yeah, today is November 22nd, 2022, and that's right, folks. You will never, ever see that combination, not in your lifetime anyways, again. So here we are. We are the Energy Hour podcast. Quality Home Improvement is our company, and we love what we do. In the house today is London Bland. What's going on, London? Woo!
Happy Tuesday, guys.
Happy Tuesday, right?
Yeah.
You made it, and you got things you're working on. You got your hair salon, right? I just heard about that.
Yeah.
Talking about relaxing and regrowing hair, and I look at Shaun, and I'm like, I wonder if that will work over there.
Yeah, well, remember what I said earlier.
Toupee.
I voluntarily take it up.
Voluntarily. Okay, all right. That's a big plus there.
Just try a toupee, see what it looks like.
Let me borrow yours.
Oh, slap.
Wow.
So, how's your parents doing? Good?
Parents doing good. Everybody's doing good, yeah.
Mrs. Home Improvement right here. She's got her HIS license. She's on fire. And, eventually, just like everything, it will happen. You just got to focus a little bit. And something's going to happen, right?
Yeah, something's going to pop off soon.
Something's going to pop off soon. And we have Shaun in the house. Oh, he's playing with the little, what is that thing called again?
This is the Ray doll.
With hair.
Yeah,
with
that
hair.
one has hair.
I don't know. What is this?
It's like a Cupid doll, or I don't think it's a Cupid doll. I don't know.
It's possessed.
What do I know?
Yeah,
it's possessed.
No idea.
What's going on, Shaun?
I'm alive.
He's
usual.
alive,
As usual.
and it's normal.
Yeah.
He's our PM here, pumping out jobs and taking all the crap, the slack, and everybody's underpaid and underappreciated and stuff like that.
Yeah, thanks.
I appreciate that.
But he is a cornerstone at QHI. We appreciate everything he does. Thanks for coming, Shaun.
Thank you.
And last but not least, should I get a drum roll for this guy? No, he doesn't deserve it. It's Ray Lopez. What's going on, Ray?
How you doing?
Oh, no, it's just Tuesday, right? We're coming up. Turkey Days, 2 days away.
It just makes me laugh. I don't know why.
Ray,
It's-
do you think it just nose or?
What?
I think it's the nose or the eyebrows.
Absolutely not.
It's the dwarfish ways.
It's the eyes.
Kind of remind me of Pee Wee Herman.
I'm off the air now.
I'm just kidding.
I'm going
Come on,
home.
man. We need some slack here.
Where are you going, Mr. Herman?
Hey, I don't know. So.
Yeah, so Ray's in the house. What do you got going on, man?
Well, you know what? Actually, I'd like to just say that I had a nice 90th birthday for my mom. My mom
how old's your mom?
90.
90?
90.
Come on. She acts like she's 35.
And she keeps calling me.
She's got the energy of a
40 times
30.
a day, but I will never stop picking that phone up.
God bless her, buddy.
Happy
90. What's her name?
What is her name? I'm going memories.
That's cold, man.
Grace Lopez.
Grace. That's right.
Lopez.
Grace.
That's it.
Oh, that's great, man. She's, taking care of you kids all your life.
Oh.
And now that she's getting in her little twilight stages, it's time to reach on out to you guys, right?
Absolutely, 100%.
Yeah.
That's it. She's my love of my life.
Yeah, that's great, man. I hear you talking about her all the time. You guys joking on the phone and stuff like that. That's a great relationship, man.
That's the funnest thing about it.
Yeah.
We could joke.
Yeah.
She doesn't sound 90 on the phone at all.
No.
I would never have guessed.
Yeah, exactly. 90 years old.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's a great accomplishment
She
so
had
far.
her freak on Saturday.
A freak?
She was freaking out.
She was doing the dancing?
Yes.
I was thinking something totally different.
Uh-oh. She got them, go to Victoria's Secret. Oh, no. No, she's actually a funny lady.
Yeah.
And I hear Ray busting up sometime, just telling her just normal stuff. And she's like, oh, Ray, stuff like that.
Gotta
You
do those
didn't,
things.
Ray.
Gotta do
right?
those things.
I'm like, she was 38 or 40 when I was born.
Oh, yeah.
That's crazy.
You just got spit out and Here's Shaun.
Ladies and gentlemen, we welcome Shaun.
Living a whole life prior to someone being born. Yeah. Right? It's crazy.
That's great, isn't it? Next. So, just want to give her a little update on my Tesla Model Y. Bought it in April of this year, and I have zero complaints. In fact, if you're looking outside and you get on the road, what do you normally see out there? I see a lot of Teslas, right? It's getting bigger and bigger and bigger all the time. And of course, the Nissan Leaf is there, the Kia, they're all out there. So you raise your hand, Ray? Go ahead.
One thing to say.
Yeah.
Yesterday when we went to go get my car.
Oh, your car. Yeah.
I left my bag in his car.
Yeah. Should have saw what I saw in the bag.
The one thing I do really...
Let's throw it on eBay.
And I told him, I said, the one thing I love about the Tesla, it's very simple. The dashboard, there's no things here, knobs there, and everything. It's very simple and clean. And every other car that's coming out with electric cars... They have all those gadgets all over the place.
Was that the first time you were in it?
No, I kind of really just noticed it more, because I was waiting for him.
Yep.
And then I just sat in there and I'm like, wow, it is really just plain, simple, and easy.
Fast as hell.
I liked about it.
Yeah, kind of sterile.
Yeah.
There's no flames coming out of the side. It's just a very simple, I think it's basic, unique.
It's just a clean car.
Yeah.
So there's no zero regrets whatsoever. What about that?
Oh my goodness.
Car payment?
Well, that's just like anything. You can buy a Mercedes. I don't know what about 60, 70,000, or more, and pay the same, if not more. Right. So it's a matter of choice. So if you can get over the payment part, which I did, then it's all about wow, this car handles very well. It's fast as hell. It's like Superman. Boom. And it's so stable when you drive. Yeah. And if I want to get out of the way of somebody, but then milliseconds, this guy's in the dust.
Yeah,
it's just like...
It's really fast.
It's just like crazy. But, I have zero regrets. And if there's any software updates, it does it while I'm parked somewhere. I just say start the update. Every once in a while, I got to update the app. So I get new bells and whistles.
And I thought about him the other day because in Buffalo, when they had that snowstorm, I thought, how are the Teslas or these electric cars going to work during that snow impact? Because they had 7 feet of snow.
7 feet.
And you're like going,
so the cars
are these
are
batteries going to die out or something's going to happen to these batteries? And he explained to me that they don't.
Yeah. You can pre-start your car. And it kind of conditions and warms up the battery and everything else. And it's a sealed battery, so it's not like it's just exposed or anything like that. And it's lower to the ground, which is kind of, distributes the weight and stuff like that. But overall, the lithium-ion product that they have in that, and there's a new one, I think it's the 4568 batteries that are coming out that will make that vehicle go 500 miles per charge. Crazy, right?
Just design like that or retrofit?
It could be a software update, or you can just, trade on up. But I get 335 right now. It's not like I'm driving to, even if I drove to LA every day, I can get 3 trips for $20. Tell me about your car doing that. You know what I'm saying?
Even though my car will do that if it's sitting on top of your car.
Yes, it will.
It's true.
But you got a good economic car. You got a Buick. It's freaking crazy.
Fun, yeah.
Is that a 4-cylinder with turbo, right?
Oh yeah, it's a 4-cylinder turbo.
Twin turbo?
I have no idea.
It's got flames on the side too. Did you see that?
Flames, lifters, the normal.
Yeah. Nice. No, it's a really cool car, but I don't have any regrets. And it's gotta be maybe Rob. Rob's got a key, doesn't he?
Of course he does.
Or it's a delivery guy. Ray will take care of that. But my car specifically, I love the Tesla Model Y. If you get any car, You don't need to be 22 and getting a Sport or a Plate or something like that. You want some room. You want a really big trunk. Throw a couple of friends you don't want anymore to take them to the desert. That is said, but the Tesla Model Y is the model to get. That's a fact. I don't like, the X where the wings come up. You think this thing's going to fly off or something like that. It doesn't get as much, distance, but Tesla specifically, the car is freaking badass. I can't say anything bad about it.
I'm wondering
Not
if the one with
thing.
the wings is safer than the traditional.
I don't think it's as popular. You don't see those.
No, the
around
X
that.
is really,
You
well,
really don't see those that.
first and foremost, I think it's like 110 grand. That's probably why, number one.
Well, the nice thing about it is if you do have that model, it will the way the door lifts up. There's definitely more
That is kind of
room to
cool.
squeeze into places.
That does have its advantages, but let's just say something went bonkers on the freeway. If little Billy's not strapped in, see you later, alligator.
Don't matter the door; he'll just fly right out.
It'll just be a way to go, and it's quick.
Well,
I
on
guess.
TikTok the other day, they had the one that does the wings.
Oh yeah.
Well, the lady forgot to close it.
Oh boy,
and
she drove
put
away.
The car on automatic,
Oh,
to
no.
in her driveway, in
Oh,
her
boy.
garage. She left the garage, and
Oh.
the whole doors, both of the doors just went.
They
I'm surprised it didn't sense anything like that.
No, because the doors were open.
I mean,
know.
how could the car move
How
with the
could
door?
she
She
move?
put it on, the automatic drive. or
Automatic
How
park
can
or
you
something?
automatic drive with the doors open and nobody's
Yeah, she
sitting
didn't
in the
realize it.
driver's
They need
seat?
to take that feature
Yeah.
off.
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
No, that
That is
lady
crazy.
needs.
I'll show you
to-
the video.
That
Actually,
lady.
I'm not denying
yeah.
you,
Yeah, yeah.
but it's like obviously Tesla engineers need to step up to the plate because
No, I think they need to take her driver's license away. Firstly,
yeah,
she's probably
that would help too,
160.
right?
But yeah, I mean, you got to be really, really dumb to do that.
According to Ray, that's exactly what she was.
She was dumb.
Yeah,
Exactly.
she was dumb.
That's what got made TikTok and YouTube Shorts.
TikTok. All right.
So, anyways, no complaints, and
good.
I want to wait till the 2024 version comes out, and then I'm going to trade it in for the 500 plus mile range, and then I'm sure it'll have like auto fly and
Foot massage.
foot massage built in. By then, I'm putting my wish list out there now.
Does it have a massage on your
It's got
seats?
heater all the way up to my neck.
Ooh, nice.
This thing just goes all the
See,
way
I
up
like
there,
that.
and I'm just like, ooh,
I know this guy here.
he's the massage king.
No, he's the air conditioning.
I love
yeah.
air conditioning, but I also
Yeah.
like the heater on my back. 'Cause
Yeah.
my back, you just,
I'm like,
Okay, Ray. But it's a good thing. You'd love the heater nonetheless. And all the seats are heated. The steering wheel, everything is just full of
nice.
a
yeah.
heated steering wheel.
It's great. Let me tell you, on a cold day, you're like, oh yeah, I'm good with
Well,
that.
until they figure out how to do the back of your hand,
Yeah.
that is worthless.
I like it just the same. So thumbs up, get a Tesla Model Y if you want to, get down to the skinny. That's the car to buy, or anything else. But in 2035, we already know the electric vehicles are coming. And if you're not prepared, if you're not at least thinking about or starting a little savings account for this EV, you might be in trouble because the DMV is going to start doing some adverse smog checks. And if you don't pass, and these are mobile ones, they're not the DUI centers. You see, people driving through and they flag over the guy with, red in his eyes.
Well, let's listen to a little bit of common sense on that, right?
Yeah.
So the whole idea behind EV is to prevent CO2, things of that nature.
Harmful carbon and all that.
Harmful
junk.
carbon, which
Yeah.
is why we do smogs on
Checks.
vehicles, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so by proxy, if we're accommodating that and the threshold for the levels of, let's say, toxicity in the air, what have you, are lowered by proxy because we're doing that, well, then there wouldn't be any more stringent details that would have to be applied to current smog even right now, because technically be less by that time, right?
Yep.
So I see that as far as additional cars are concerned, which of course in California they wouldn't be allowed to be manufactured anymore. still being prevalent, even though EV's still going to be there and mandated. It's going to take a good 20, 30 years after the fact to wipe all that clean.
And they will.
And then catch up to it.
Yep.
You see what I mean?
Just like the horse and buggy, they went away eventually, and the streets they went from dirt to, asphalt. Did you know that a good portion of the heat in the earth comes from where, Ray? You know this.
What?
Where does...
I thought he was.
Don't look at
Where's
him.
Ray?
My God. We're looking at you for guidance right now.
Okay, so 35% of the world's heat comes from where? Probably 40%.
The sun.
No, the heat, man. How is this?
I thought the same answer too.
You were going to...
Wait,
I'm lost.
Shaun knows what it is.
And the reason why it's only 30% is because at night...
The moon?
They get moon
it's
beams?
still the sun.
Oh, my goodness.
It doesn't matter if it's at night or at day. It's still the
my
sun. That's what I'm
goodness.
getting at, right?
Wow.
All right, Ray, you failed. London, where do you think 35% of the world's heat comes from? Ding, 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 ding. I gotta get one of
to cheat
those.
off your partner.
Let me give her an F.
Lava.
Don't look at Ray.
Shaun, you already
wait.
know this.
Come on, what is
right?
it, Shaun?
Of course he
It
does.
could be several. Carbon dioxide.
From?
Well, humans.
All right.
Here's what it is. Humans exhale,
Oh,
right? Carbon dioxide.
Trees.
And the trees spit out the oxygen that we need. So it's
that we need to
through
breathe.
trends, vegetation.
So where it comes from, believe it or not, are cows. Cows,
methane, right?
the methane, man. They freaking crap all day long. In and Out loves cows. We all love cows. Want a ribeye. You want a double, whatever it is,
Well,
right?
you can't have that anymore because everything's being turned to electrical.
You mean like hamburgers
Well,
too?
they're already trying to get rid of all the farmland and everything like that.
So am I going to plug in and
What?
fill up, and
You
then
haven't
that's
heard about
it?
all these billionaires buying
Oh, yeah.
farmland
How
all
are
over
people
the...
going to eat anything?
Because everything is being processed
Exactly.
now.
Yeah. So
Exactly.
So cows cause about 35%, and then you know what? A lot of this water they have to drink comes from that too. That's one of the biggest problems. It takes so much water to
Absolutely.
take care of cows, and believe it or not, walnuts take a grip of water. I don't know if you've seen that, but cows produce methane, and they have to have certain things, and we got to feed the world, right?
Well, they're trying to get rid of cows.
Humans
So-
do the stupidest things.
So we're gonna go
Where
from.
else are we going to live?
why
On
that.
Mars?
Hey, Shaun, you and I tried that Beyond
this out.
Burger.
Only 60% of a cow is actually used for food.
That's right, 60%.
That's it.
What's the other 40? What does that go for?
Let's see here.
Manure.
No, maybe.
Yeah, other 40% ends up in places like lipstick and jet fuel.
Oh yeah, because of the hoofs.
So we'll never get rid of cows because we need those F-18s up there in the air and the bombers and the whole
And then the
routine.
grass.
protecting us,
They're going
Yeah.
crazy.
and then we
manure.
need lipstick
Yeah.
to put on pigs and stuff like. Maybe Ray can. No, you don't use lipstick, do you, Ray?
No, the lipstick is to put on the cows and then bring them to Ray.
Ah.
Hey.
All right. So 35% is that.
Yep.
And the other portion of that, have you ever heard of this GMO stuff that they're doing?
Yeah.
They have these seeds that are made by Monsanto.
Genetically
seeds,
modified.
genetically modified. What does the O stand for?
Organic.
Organic. Ah. And they have a patent and a trademark on the word seeds. Seeds. So I think they own every seed on the planet except for what China's doing. And they're using LEDs right now to grow lettuce in a warehouse, and they're super successful with it. I'm okay with that. No soil.
Well, to grow genetically modified lettuce?
No, it's actually lettuce. So they don't have soil. They just have a fluid,
Yeah,
type of.
that's hydro farming.
is-
They do that all the
Ain't
time.
Yeah.
that not real food, though?
No, it's actually lettuce. Yeah, made in China. They got a little stamp on the back of each sleeve. Boink, boink. They got some guy like Ray hitting the stamp on it. Bing, bing, bing.
No.
I need that.
You know?
From the Mother Nature, the sun.
Yeah.
And that real stuff.
Yeah. So as real estate, I mean, they think that, you know, I think, what did they say? And by the year 2050, we're going to have 9 billion people on the planet. The B word came out.
So when I was leaving this customer's house this morning,
Yeah.
and I was driving away, and I started thinking about the number of people on the planet.
It's
and then
a lot.
When I realized, well, you know, they'll throw around a number, 7 billion, right? Well, then I realized, well, if I just started off with 1 billion, that would be 1 billion plus 1 billion plus 1 billion plus 1 billion plus 1 billion. See how many billions and billions and billions of people there are? I'm not even to 7 yet.
No.
Right.
And the cool thing is, and it's great that other countries are starting to be civilized, right? You got India doing all this stuff now, and I think they went from dirt roads to maybe the roads with rocks now, or they're getting there, right? They're coming out of the Neanderthal stages. They have some roads. No, they do have some other, I guess, type roads. But
It's called infrastructure.
Infrastructure, okay. China's come a long way, right? These guys were sitting there at these little hats doing their thing, and we didn't think nothing of them. But now you got Singapore, you got Hong Kong, you got
Beijing.
I heard China
Beijing.
adds
Guangzhou.
17 million houses a year.
and these are all the way up
they're-
from ground
they're
zero.
building.
They're apartments, and they got 3 bedrooms, 2 baths, and you can buy a house.
What, Ray?
What'd you do, Ray?
That's not true.
Well, then
All
what
right,
is
right
it?
now, correct us,
they
Ray.
have a certain area where they build all these new condos, huge amount of condos. Like they were like hundreds. They're all empty. Because the company that was building
that's
these-
right.
Yeah, but they're still building
No.
them.
No. He's got a point. I saw this.
No, they're
that
not.
billionaire that was pumping the
Yeah.
dough in there said,
And
"Stop the press."
Their economy is going down because of
Down
this.
the crap hole.
Yeah, but their average running amount of houses that they build per year is 17 million. Right. They've stated that.
And then another thing, when you said that about the 9 billion people, how many people do we lose a day?
You know what's weird? You can ask Google that, but supposedly
500,000 people
Yeah.
a day.
But that's nothing in
Yeah,
a
but
drop
we're-
of a
we're
bucket.
spitting them out
Do you know
just
how
as
much
fast,
500,000 is compared to 1 billion?
Yeah, that's a lot.
Yeah, it takes 1,000
So-
million to make 1 billion. So half
How do
of
we
a
really
million
calculate
isn't even nothing.
how many people? Like,
they have the
They
census.
come with estimates in a way.
You know?
but they're
Nobody's-
not all the way accurate.
They have this guy at the hospital. He goes, "Okay, bing, there's another one, bing," and he keeps
He has
putting
a
it on the
little-
board.
He has a little clicker. One of those clickers
Yeah.
back in the day.
Because there's
which one?
people live in the jungle. There's people, different cultures. They ain't doing no census or whatever.
Well, they're
Google-
probably like plus or minus 1 million.
Google Earth calculates them.
Yeah, Google Earth.
They take a picture of the whole world.
Just it.
Every person with a heartbeat that has a cell phone, you're on the list.
Well,
Okay,
you know what's funny is all these numbers are based off of what's documented,
right?
right? So just like you were saying, how do you truly know?
Do you really
You
know?
only go
Because-
based off the numbers that you know of and were provided for. That's why you hear about all these elites talking about they're trying to get rid of population or have population control. That's why farmlands are being bought by big, huge corporations, things of that nature.
Well,
So-
I heard
I'm
home.
just so it's just the farmland thing is just taking a toll on me
It's
because
true.
why would you cancel out? That is our health. That is what we need.
I just want to get an
money is power
In-N-Out
to people.
burger.
Did you know that
sounds
the
so good.
The Chinese
hungry.
supposedly own
do
200,000
it.
to 300,000 acres over by base in Texas, and the reason behind them getting that land is for renewable energy purposes because it's right by where the Gulf is and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But that's a country outside of ours owns that. Whereas if you go to China, nobody owns land in China. That land is actually given to you by the state on a 99-year
That's same thing with Mexico.
lease.
Same thing with Mexico.
Don't own it.
I had an
Well,
argument.
think about it. Do you really want to own it after 99 years? You're toast anyways, right?
No, but they have to do it every 17 years.
What do you mean?
They have to release it. There's a lease.
So after 17 years, if
After
they go,
17 years, they have to re-sign.
If
And
they
the government
go-
wants to take it away, they can take it away.
if they
because
go-
it's their land.
the government looks at me and goes, Chris,
Because I had an argument with Annie about
we're
that.
taking that from
She said,
you.
well, I got this beautiful home and, this house and this and that. I said, but you don't own that land. They could take that house.
Okay, so do they get to do like loans against the land and something like that? Or how does that?
I don't know what it is. I can't remember exactly the whole terms, but they don't own that land at all. Nobody.
Well, I know a Chinese guy. It's got like 40 loans against his property. But that's another story. But you're right. So is it right to say that, own it and then rent it out and then check out? I mean, is that how we're all headed? The proverbial
Need to
toilet.
start buying some land, bro. They're gonna say it's not mine.
And we see these land auctions all the time, right, Shaun?
Yeah.
There was this one in Malibu that was, worth $2.8 billion. $1 million. The bid was up to 100 and
I should check it out. It
90,000.
was like 175 yesterday.
Yeah. So and it was over. It was over today, right?
Yeah, it's over today. I'm actually going to kind of look it up here while we're sitting.
And it'd be kind of crazy to find out the guy. Hey, I wanted it's worth $2.8 million, but you got $500,000 in taxes due.
But you know what? One more thing. When you talk about the 9 billion people, how many people did you say?
No, I'm saying anywhere between
By 2050.
between 7 to 8.
Isn't it already 8?
Okay, even if it's 8, 5, 6, whatever. Where are all the chickens?
Let's ask Google real quick.
How do we get all these chickens to feed
How many people
everybody?
around the world?
Well,
KFC,
We got some vegans.
All
we got
these-
some.
No.
no,
do you
they
ever
say
think
they
about
say
it?
like I think in per day, I think there's like 2 billion chickens are harvested.
That's
and
a lot of
used for
chicken
food,
nuggets,
like,
pal.
per day, all over the world,
That includes El Pollo Loco?
Yeah, but
wherever it's been sourced from or what have you.
That and Jack in the whatever Jack in the Box and McDonald's, the chicken nuggets.
Come on, think about that. I mean,
Which
I
one of
think
your?
they force population on animals as well to
But here's my
produce
thing.
more, right?
Well, they have those chickens that are how they breed them, and they have
In a petri dish?
They have no beak
Yeah.
and no legs.
No beak.
But
They
think
just run them through the mill and put them in, flash them in
and
boiling
then they
water.
get in, they're genetically modified, and that's why they're like way bigger than they could ever possibly be.
would you say that?
Yeah.
Why is Costco's chicken so much bigger than El
It's a
Pollo
genetic
Locos
chicken.
or a KFC? Or
It's a genetic.
You
chicken.
bought a chicken out of a petri dish, pal.
God, it's crazy.
So when it's stuff like that, that causes harm to health too. When stuff is injected,
Because they're
does,
probably
right.
putting steroids.
That's right.
Yeah.
How do you know you're eating a genetically modified chicken, and then you wonder why you have problems going to the restroom?
I don't have any problems. It's all good.
Oh my Lord. So back to the EVs.
No, but food. I mean, it's
No,
crazy
right
to
now
think
there's
about it.
8 billion people on the planet as we speak. They say by 2050 it's going to add another B. So did that land sell,
So
Shaun?
listen to this.
Okay.
Just KFC, and this is from 2003.
Oh boy.
Only KFC, nobody else. Guess how many chickens a year? In 2003. Just KFC. nobody
Nationwide, and they're all over the
Are we talking
planet
about the
now.
world or just?
else. No,
1 billion?
just for KFC, how many chickens died per year?
I'm going to say 100,000.
I'm gonna say.
No, that's too low. I think.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
say
Chris,
1
Go sit in
billion.
the corner, Chris. What is it, 100,000?
I'm gonna say 1 billion.
No. Okay, so in 2003.
Wait, you asked London.
Yeah.
No, I said 1 billion first.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I'll go back.
You gotta-
Okay,
you gotta-
so in 2003, just with KFC, was 350 million chickens.
wow.
That's just one company.
That's one company.
So
Those chickens are busy, man.
I see why people go vegan. I mean, it's too much.
Go vegan.
You can't go vegan.
I can go. Well, I can go.
listen to this.
I got to have something meat.
Yeah.
Okay,
You know what I'm
now,
saying?
now I've got the rough number of how many chickens each day are killed worldwide.
Globally. Wow.
Every day, how many?
9 billion.
No.
No. Ray's out. Sit in the corner
You're
for me,
out,
Ray.
Ray. Other corner for you. Anybody else?
Oh, you said a day.
How many
330
chickens
million.
every single day worldwide
Got to be a billion.
are estimated?
350 million every day. No, I'm saying
That's a
lot.
billion a day.
Actually, it is estimated that there are more than every year 50 billion chickens raised.
50 billion.
Billion with a B, which means every day 136 million chickens are killed every day.
So they can't even.
I would not
experience
wanna be a
life, you know what
chicken.
I'm saying?
Can't even experience life.
If I had to reincarnation, I would not want to be a chicken.
You're going to be super chicken when you come back.
Dun, 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 dun. It's super chicken.
And it says this, 9 billion chickens are raised for slaughter in the U.S. each year. That's just
Wow.
in the U.S. An additional 305 million hens are kept for commercial egg production. In other words, you get to live, you're pumping out eggs every day.
How about turkeys a year?
I feel crazy for those
For
roosters.
Thanksgiving. Because Thanksgiving,
many.
there's not that much, huh? Thanksgiving?
Well, they pardon 2 every year. I think you kill them.
It's the head of the Democrats and the head of the Republicans.
Don't they kill them the following year? Anyways,
So how many?
So lots of
turkeys are
chickens,
killed
right?
Each year?
oh
Let me see.
geez, here we go.
Okay, this
So-
is from PETA.
PETA.
Nice.
245 million turkeys raised each year. Wow. Oh, and according to them, they have no federal legal protection.
Except from the president.
In other words, they don't have a lawyer standing there saying, you can't do that because we need this chick, nothing like that.
And they send them right through the slaughter line.
So the last thing I want to tell you is when you talk about vegan or vegetarian or all these other stuff, you know that most vegetarians or vegans, they find something else to substitute meat.
Yeah.
And usually it's sugar or bread, or what do you call it?
Pasta?
Pasta stuff.
Really?
And they end up getting heavier
Yeah.
because they eat junk food.
Yeah.
They end up eating-
Interesting.
Yeah, I have a friend that she said, "Oh, I'm a vegan."
Yeah, I'm a
I said,
vegan.
"So
So
why
hold
are
on
you
one
320 pounds?"
Yeah, vegan. I mean, vegan don't
Oh my
mean that
God.
you.
She said,
that you're
I
healthy,
thought I was
though.
supposed to be a pumpkin.
Jesus. Oh my God.
Seriously, I asked her. I said, "So why are you so heavy then?"
Because
Yeah.
isn't vegan just taking out
'Cause what they do
animal
is-
stuff?
Yeah, they
No.
took out all
There's
the-
levels to that. Remember, there's people who claim they're vegetarians.
Right.
Then you have vegans. One is like more strict than the other. So a vegetarian might have some byproduct. That maybe they eat a little cheese, maybe a little tuna, but they're primarily vegetables. Then you have the vegan who's like, no anything
Dairy
that's-
whatsoever.
Yeah,
Animals.
none of that. And some of them are really hardcore about that.
Okay, but as
Wow.
me, you, and him growing up,
We'll never be a
we
vegetarian.
never freaking heard
Man,
of any
I
of that
burned down
stuff.
so many hot
as we
dogs.
grew up as kids, we ate everything.
Ray,
If we
remember the
only-
chili cheese dog, Ray?
Chili cheese
Well,
dog.
boom.
I would have that go out right now. I'll take one. Let's go for it.
We'll have a chili cheese dog show.
That's it, man. That's it. But seriously,
I want the number 10, please.
we still did what we did. I mean,
Yeah?
No, I know we're from the era when we were kids playing outside. It got hot. You drank out the hose.
that's it.
Oh, yeah.
That's it. And no matter if it's hot or not.
Now you drink out of the hose. You're not going to survive about 5
You don't know
years.
what's coming out. You drink out of it, and your cheek is all melting, right?
We did all kinds of things.
Yeah.
And we still
So-
survived.
Yeah, here we
So,
are.
so in the long run, overall, the world is changing as we know it in a big way. Now, remember, they didn't think we're ever going to fly an airplane. The Wright brothers, hey, it looked like a little hobby thing. It crashed 120 feet away, but here we are flying Lear jets, G8s, doing 800 miles an hour in the jet.
Well, you want to know what's weird too is I was watching a short version. You know how they have shorts, right?
Oh, yeah, I love those
So
shorts.
there's
Bye-bye, TikTok.
There's a short version of a podcast going on, and on there
Yeah.
there's this guy talking about there is a device that is a cube, and it has the ability for propulsion and things of that nature, but there are no moving parts whatsoever,
Nice.
whatsoever in it.
So it's
And
energy?
And it's the reason why it works. It's because it's 100% based off of geometry.
Wow.
I dig it. Sign me up.
So I'll try to find out who the guy was talking about that. And that
Is he
podcast
still
will
amongst
bring
the
it up
living?
here. Oh yeah, absolutely.
Normally, when something like that dramatic
But
changes
this
the
shows
world,
you
like
the technology, right?
Yeah.
So I bring you this rock or this shape or whatever.
Yeah.
And that has the ability to propel.
I love that.
Or maybe levitate. Or
Is that kind of
what
like
have
the
you.
same theory as the moving rocks on the Salt Lake?
I don't know.
Probably not.
But you
Or about the
you
jumping
think about the
beans.
technology behind
Yeah.
that,
What process made that? It's just incredible.
Yeah. So
Incredible.
in such a short time, right?
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
you always think of human race eventually gets wiped out after X amount of years and ends up
It's called the Ice
restarting
Age.
again.
The Ice Age.
Ends up restarting
2035.
again.
Yeah, it's going to be one of those. Yeah. No. I'm going to get my new EV first, Ray.
Okay.
But anyways, yeah. So it's obvious things are changing, and they're for the good. Pretty soon you'll be able to, there might be a thing with a kidney problem.
The intentions are good, but the underlying motive is evil. Because
they got to wipe us out first.
Right now we have the capability to probably wipe out cancer, and somebody probably has that answer. But guess what?
They're not letting it go.
You still need to go to the hospital and sit in the waiting room for hours just to get cough syrup or whatever.
Chemo. Can you imagine that? Those sufferers of cancer. It's just horrible. That's what got my mom in the end. I think it's what gets everybody in the end. Hey, what has he got? Cancer. What does she have? Oh, that's cancer. It's like stupid.
The levels of...
Why don't they focus on that stuff, right? Get rid of that. But you know why they don't? I think it's just a hypothesis because it will extend life and there will be too many people.
Well, it'll extend life and nobody could make any money.
There'll be cars driving by executing people randomly just to get them off the streets.
Yeah, it's like the giant fake takeaway.
Yeah, exactly. When you come down to those 5 families, you've heard about them, right? The Bilderberg Group and Skull and Bones and all these other people, whatever they do, right? There's 5 families that get together. I bet they have this conversation.
I don't think they collectively partner up and get together to do that. Maybe I think there's a lot of surreptitious stuff that happens on the backside that involves religious figures in addition to maybe political figures, the workings behind the scenes, right? And what's weird is, you hear the news, Russia's over here, they're messing with the nuclear plant when all this Ukraine stuff's going on and everything. Oh, we got to be wary and all this. There's always this posturing going back and forth. And why is that? Because they need to make money.
It's called misdirection.
Exactly.
The real agenda is happening right in front of us. We're not paying attention right now. We got freaking these television shows, telling us some really incredible stories. So we suck up that news, right? And then we really don't look and see what's on the right-hand side. And that's, manufactured genocide in some way. And you can do that through GMOs. You can do that through the food we eat. Hopefully we're not going to have to pay for oxygen one day. Now they're talking about desalinization plants being super prevalent in the United States, which means they're going to start sucking from the ocean. And that Pepsi you were drinking, guess what? It doesn't require salt anymore.
Well, and where does that salt go?
Yeah,
it's sucked from the ocean.
It's an after product called brine, and I don't know if there's any good uses for it yet.
That's what I'm getting at.
It's like trash.
Still has to
be.
Get rid of it.
Let's just put it out in the space. Have these big brine balls. These astronauts dodging that shit for a while, right? So, anyways, electric vehicles. Thank you for coming into my life. You guys will be driving them in the next 10 years or so. So enjoy that gas guzzler.
Hopefully,
while you're doing it. Oh, really? Okay. Yeah, a couple deals. Bing! You got a nice little down payment on something that could be pretty cool.
Would you want a Tesla?
No, I want a Cadillac.
Oh, nice. Check that out.
Pink Cadillac?
She wants the furry top. That little fur going inside there.
I want a black one.
Okay. Nice. And you know what? They will have it. Or they're going to be on, I think Cadillac will go back to, horse and buggy or something like that. They don't have any choice. So EVs are good.
I was like, they'll go back to horse and buggy by the time I get one.
So check this out. And the cool thing about EVs is, and I love this part about our industry, is all these solar systems that was sold by XYZ company. These young college kids, throwing the price per watt down to nothing and putting all these non-serviceable systems in play are going to need at least, Shaun, am I right to say this? A 3 kilowatt or greater system added to the current solar system for each vehicle in the home.
Yeah, it depends on the amp hour storage of the battery for the most part, but the average is around 3 kilowatts.
To charge my Tesla, it takes 75 kilowatt hours. 7,500 watts to make it a full charge. And that's for 335 miles. So you got to have, and the average system we're selling right now is like 8 or 11K. They're getting bigger, aren't they?
And they're going to get faster to charge, right?
Well, they go from 120. You can get about, I don't know, 5 miles per hour. It's not much, but if you're not driving far, it really doesn't matter. Right. Or you can go 240 volts and charge your full car in 4 hours. Or you can get the 800 volt, which is not residentially approved. Can you imagine having an 800 volt freaking service at home?
Yeah, they're not going to allow people.
Why don't you just throw a line down from the freaking, the thing up on the pole? Might as well. That's 12,000 volts. So anyways, you're going to be backing up into these stations, which are called superchargers, and you're going to be able to charge your car in 15 minutes. This is why gas stations are going to have to man up and retool. It's not about getting a Twix, a Coke, and filling up your car anymore. It's like charging my car up. Of course, I'll get 2 Twix and a Coke.
That's it.
But, anyways.
Wait a minute, I want to ask you a question.
Yeah.
You have to charge your car.
About the Twix and the Coke?
No, the charge. You have to plug it in, right?
Yeah.
He wants to know if you could charge it with a Twix.
No. It would be nice one day that
would be cool
if you could just pull your car up.
Yeah.
On top of like
no,
battery.
you can. Yes, there's wireless charging.
Wasn't there some company that we heard about that's doing that?
There is now. I bet you $100 that Tesla will eventually do it. You'll be able to drive up in your driveway and automatically start to charge.
Yeah.
Wouldn't that be bitching? Wherever you went, wherever you're going, the taxes went up a little bit to cover the cost of that, right? And you just parked at a Target and your car's starting to charge.
That's it.
Right?
You just have to park it.
Just like your Samsung phone. We have wireless chargers, don't we?
Yeah.
Yeah.
On our computers.
Yeah, we do. So we don't need cables anymore. What's really good about this whole thing is cables are become null and void.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you over there?
Yeah, she's there.
Well, it's weird because of the autonomous nature of the electric vehicle in a sense. But what kind of sucks about that is now you give the, let's say, person who sold the vehicle the opportunity to not only charge your vehicle like that, but also shut it off. And that's where privacy issues and things of that nature come in.
You got the electric company now. You don't pay your electric bill, they're going to shut your ass off.
But the beauty of it is, at least in the past, they used to come out to your house and disconnect you. Now they just flip a switch.
They give you a notice first, right? Ray gets them all the time. He shows me.
Absolutely.
But I'm just
100%.
saying, they give you this notice, and they really can't arbitrarily just shut you off, especially if you say, well, my grandma's hooked to an oxygenator, so go ahead, shut her off. We'll see you in court.
No, they'll at least give you a 1-day grace period.
Yeah. They'll roll out the battery on a cart and say, yeah, just plug her into this. Thanks, Edison, or whoever you are. But anyways, that's changing, and batteries are getting different. They're wireless charging. Thank goodness for the EV. I think it's going to help the environment. But then again, it takes a lot of things to create that battery that are kind of an oxymoron for EVs. Right?
Yeah, because there's no really
to make electricity,
recycle it efficiently.
To make electricity, to charge the damn thing takes a lot of dirty power as we know it.
Yeah.
You were just told today that they want to keep what nuclear power plant on? The one where?
No.
PG&E.
PG&E was given, I believe, through Biden. He allowed $1.1 billion to be provided to PG&E to keep a nuclear plant active still. I guess one of them in their territory.
Yeah. PG&E's so busted, it's pathetic. They had so many fires.
Which coincidentally is the exact same dollar amount that they owe. No, I have no idea.
Right. Hey, you never know, right? So anyways, a lot of things going on in the electric world. But the cool thing is, if you have a solar system, guess what, George? You don't have enough power to offset your electric bill because you keep getting greedy and turning more shit on. And now you got to pull up his and her and maybe little Billy's EV to your garage. And you got to put these little plugs in there. You got to do your thing. And it's going to cost you about 9 kilowatt to charge 3 vehicles. So that 5 kilowatt, it's almost a joke.
That's why electrical lifestyle is important.
Yeah.
You know, obviously all those 3 vehicles were probably not charging all at the same time. They're probably charging at different times, but you want to have that capacity available in case.
They're going to be necessary.
So that's the caveat for all of that.
Yep.
And, you know, regardless, California's heading towards electrification.
That's right. Electrification.
So everybody will eventually
Everything's electric.
have to accommodate themselves to the wheel that's moving forward.
That's right. What about trains? I don't think trains. Well, maybe. Are they going to go back to steam?
I doubt it.
Yeah.
I doubt it.
Society's changing, and that's a good thing for us, right?
Yeah.
So electric vehicles are coming 2035. Get your stuff together and get ready to put that little savings account together, Ray.
That's it.
All right. And then if you have a solar system or you don't have a solar system, well, you're not using your brain fully because you're going to need one to charge these vehicles. So give Ray in London a call.
Yes.
Just the same, all right? So,
Shaun.
And on top of all this housing market, you know, it's kind of teetering. We got some interesting things going on in the market where they're about ready to fluctuate and reset. Once they reset your average equity, you know, I bought my house for like $86,000 38 years ago. So
that means it's going to be brought back down to that equity?
About 20 grand. No, it's supposed, right now it's worth about 540. And, you know, over time they double and they triple. But
how much was it worth a year ago?
Probably about $400 and some $1,000. Yeah, so it's graduated. The problem is you just can't get. Who can afford a house for $500,000? You know what the payment on that is? If you're doing it current rates,
What did I tell you?
Well,
I first told you.
it's about $3,000.
For every 100,000, it's $650.
$650,000, right?
$650,000.
$50.
No,
Dollars.
So $1,000,000. How much is your house payment?
Wow. So my house payment is $1,500.
No. So
my
if it
kids
was
ought to be lucky about
No,
that.
if you would $1 million house for every 100,000.
Yeah, it's $650.
$6,500.
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy?
That's
Yeah,
ridiculous.
that's a true statement because that's the rule of money, rules of 7.
Yeah.
So my house would be about $3,000 and it's built in 86. But you know, people don't care. They're renting rooms out. Hey, you know, I told my kids recently before I kick them out, I was like, sorry, everybody. Gotta go. But hey, that being said, I can rent those 3 rooms out for a G a piece. You know, that's $3,000. I can make a positive. I'll turn my garage into an ADU. I don't care. You know, $4,000 and make I don't know, $3,000 a month. Just give them all. They don't need a door, do they, Ray? No, they don't need a freaking door. No, they got access to the kitchen. That's cool, and toilet paper. But anyways, you know, I mean,
Toilet paper's up too.
People, and check this out. People are
$9.
what?
Yeah, I paid $9 the other day for a roll of toilet paper.
You mean a 6-pack?
6-pack. That's crazy.
$9?
$9.
$9.
Well, Shaun and I saw one on
you can come to me
eBay.
and buy the TP for me, bro. I'll get you taken care of, no problem.
What's going up?
Oh
What do you
my
think?
god!
Everything's going up.
Let me ask you a question. When you bought that TP, was it 4 rolls?
6 rolls.
6 rolls. You know how much I spent for 4 rolls the other day? $3. You want to buy TP from me?
Oh, Ray.
Is it 2-ply or 1-ply?
No, it has to be 2-ply.
You know what I call that? I call that prison paper. It's
it
like,
has to be
you know,
2-ply.
Is it Angel Soft?
It's so delicate. It
Anal
floats
soft,
by
Ray.
itself. I don't have
Oh
to
my
put
God.
it on one of those things that
I
holds the
said
paper. It
Angel
just floats
soft.
there.
oh my goodness.
I said I don't have to
What are
put
these
it on
guys
one of those
drinking,
things
London? I
that
don't
holds
know.
the paper. It just floats there. It's so soft.
Nice.
What's in your coffee, Ray? Let me check it.
Nothing.
All right, so now we're up to. How do we get from EVs to toilet paper? I don't
I
know.
don't know. He brought up a $9.
No, because we were talking about price hikes and stuff like that.
Price hikes, right?
Yeah.
You know the interest rate. What is it? About 6.5%.
Oh, yeah.
About 6%.
We might see it at 7.
Okay, we might see it at 7.
Wasn't it like about 3 earlier this year?
Yes.
Dude, it was like freaking 3%.
3.25.
You know, they say that the Thanksgiving dinner is 20% more this year than last year.
Why not? Let's accommodate everybody on those price
that
hikes
crazy?
there, Sean. Yeah, 20% more.
Yes.
But
your
I don't
costs
get.
are up 20%
But I don't
more.
get 20% more sleep
Yeah, they
when
just
you
give you
eat
some
that turkey.
geriatric chicken or turkey with
Converted chicken. They call it a turkey.
It's a dehydrated turkey because it's not as full.
It's not as full. Yeah. Okay. There. So, anyways, one thing I want to really bring up, and I keep saying this from the clouds. London's heard me, Shaun's heard me, Ray's heard me, Rob. They've all heard me talk about passive income, right?
Right.
Passive income, because London, when you get to be an old fart like me, right, you're going to want something to kind of fill that void, right?
Yeah.
Where prices are these days, passive income, remember that circle I showed you? You cut it up, there's 8 slices of pie.
Yeah.
24 hours a day, that's all we have, right? We're only guaranteed this moment. We don't know what's going to happen in 2 hours. Ray may go crazy and just start shooting people. I don't
me.
know. No,
I'm
not
like
Ray.
that. No.
Not Ray. But anyways, you got 8 hours, you got to sleep, you got to work 8 hours. You try to do the best you can. You got 8 left. You got to drive, you got to eat, sleep, pee, and all this other stuff. You got to go on social media. By the time you're done, you probably got an hour and a half left just to your stuff. And that's whatever you want to do. But what do? We push Netflix on us, the crap that's on the television. So it really kind of sucks your day up. And then we're creatures of habit. Tomorrow we just start it all over again in hopes that it's going to be better. Well, you know what? If you think about it, that's the definition of insanity, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Doing the same thing over and over again and not, no results are changed. So I'm going to suggest that anybody out there, including you guys, like I've done, I've got this little virtual Santa thing. You've heard about it, right? Santa Claus pumps between August and the end of the year, man. We make a few bucks, which keeps my kids in their house. Maybe they should hear that.
Wah, wah.
Anyways, so Santa Claus is good to me. Think about something online, some passive income, and be smart about it, and just add that to the list. So one day when you get your Social Security, if it's available, don't listen. They've been telling me that since I was 12. Oh, it's not going to be available anymore. Here I am. This September, I can finally apply for it. And then next January, I start getting cha-ching.
Yeah, and then in August they go, oh, it's all gone.
Oh, we're sorry. Social what? No, but that's serious. So I got. Oh my God, these freaking chirps. Anyways, I got 2 forms, almost 3 forms of passive income, and I got my Social Security, which helps, right? So I'm going to have, at the end of the day, prior to even thinking about doing anything else, about $6,000, $5,000 to $6,000 a month. Now, I think I can afford Motel 6. I might want to upgrade it. I may want to buy a house.
But those are prices now.
Today's prices.
Wait until a
1995.
loaf of bread is $10.
Well, I'm doing $900 a pop on those Santa projectors eventually. They'll buy them.
Do you remember when it was
How much a
$19?
loaf?
Give them a virtual bread.
Virtual bread.
What was that hotel you're talking about?
You're crazy.
What was the
Hotel
hotel?
California.
Hotel? No,
Yeah.
not Hotel
No,
California.
no. What was
Oh, Motel 6.
Motel?
Motel
Remember
6.
it was 1995.
We'll keep the light on
Oh,
for
that's
you.
right.
1995.
Are you having an epiphany, Ray?
That's crazy. Think
We'll
about it.
keep the light
Now-
on for
my
you,
God.
Ray.
Yes, I'll be there.
My God. So passive income is good because isn't it better to have a little of something than a whole lot of nothing?
Yeah.
I mean, the easiest thing to do is to get one of those sawed-off shotguns, put it over your shoulder, and a long cape, and just kind of walk the streets. And you look at somebody and you say, "Hey, give me that ATM card." But I don't think a lot of people are doing that or getting away with that right now.
Not now.
No,
You
they'll
know?
just walk you to the ATM machine.
ATM?
Take your ATM card, put it in the machine.
Sean's looking at me with those serious eyes. But anyways, I'm just saying that passive income is going to be necessity. And, anybody who's in their 20s, get out of this crypto crap. Listen, I've already lost a ton of money in that. And, I was going to, me and Shaun, we're thinking about crypto mining, and we can just see these machines on the wall. And then we hear this, well, they're not paying back as much. So this guy that spent $45,000 on a crypto miner is making, I don't know, $1 a day. his return on investment's about like 65 years.
45,000 years.
So anyways, this crypto stuff, forget it. Don't be volatile. I was a Nimrod. Yeah, I went out there and I did the crypto thing. Oh, the only person that really scored was Tim, right? Tim got this really cool thing, that's when it tanked after that.
No, probably about a year and a half, maybe after that, right?
I mean, we all got excited. We're like, woo, crypto. And I was like, oh,
was telling
hell
everybody.
no. Yeah.
Everybody.
Yeah, he was bragging about all that. But at the end of the day, mine took such a crap. And then MetaMask, our wallet, the guy, this MetaMask hack that went out there completely zeroed me out. I think there's 23 cents. Not only did they take what was in there, the crypto itself, I had like 35 billion shares of Shiba. I could buy the state of Nantucket with that, right?
Oh.
And then all of a sudden, my MetaMask went in there and sucked up my Shiba. I had a little bit of Bitcoin that was immediately gone, and then what is that? Ethereum.
Yeah,
and about 12 other.
Yeah, which you all kept in one wallet.
Yeah.
You should have listened to Shaun Silver.
No, yeah. Oh, yeah. That's another story. But anyways, I want to just say, don't put your money in volatile stuff. Put it into an IUL. Remember, write that down. It's an indexed universal life insurance. And get yourself a living will. You don't want to be stuck in the middle of the frickin' track. All of a sudden, your life changes. Your parents go poof. You know, somebody that had that living will goes bada bing. And you're sitting there going, oh, shit. Right? Because now you're sitting there scrambling. You got to do 14 different things. Your life's going to change dramatically. So IUL. What is it? What did I just say? I kind of had an epiphany.
Indexed
Universal right. Sorry, Mark. Mark would be ashamed of me right now. Indexed Universal Life. And there's a lot of companies you can get that from. And it's a non-tax type thing. It goes in there and it stays in there. And when the market goes up, it raises its value. And when the market takes a crap, it doesn't go down. That's the cool thing about an IUL. The stock market will have your entire soul sucked out within 12 seconds if something happens.
That's because the IUL should not be attached to the stock market.
And it's not, which is cool, right? There's some things they do with that, but it's a very cool vehicle. So get an IUL. And then get yourself, I don't care how young you are, whatever you own, put it in a living, what is that, trust? Darn, I just had a brain fart here.
You said living trust.
No, it's things that has to do with taxes. It's the one that, yeah.
It's wah, wah, wah. Go ahead and press that button right there.
There we go. Oh, my God. It's an IUL. What is that?
It's an IUL.
There it is. It tells you how it works, right? You make money while you sleep. The cool thing about this is you want to get yourself a living trust. No, not a trust, a will. Yeah, forget the trust stuff. You want to get a living will because you're alive, and then while you're alive, you're actually indicating who can be your executors and everybody else. Not that I have much to give, but my Batman comic books, what's left over of my 23 cents in my MetaMask, and maybe a few other things, and all the crap on the wall. You want that, right?
I'll take all that.
Okay. So, and then you're going to be set, and then you get some of this passive income, and you stick it in the bucket, and you forget it. Just let it go. Pretty soon you'll be able to buy your car, and then you'll be able to get yourself a house, and then keep it. Having a house is one of the best things you'll ever do for yourself, because renting is renting. Having a house, at least you can dip back in when you need to, right? Mm-hmm. And it's always going to appreciate in value. And at the end, you can just say, okay, all bets are off. Sold to the guy in the corner with a rubber leg, or whatever you're going to do, right? You can do that. A friend of mine, Catherine, does this. She owns 5 houses. She was an immigrant from China. And she became a citizen and just started putting her money in real estate. She is not poor by any means. And now she has passive income from rents coming in. And what I suggest is once you get that house, let it appreciate, suck a little bit of that money out, refinance it down to whatever you can lower. And that's the key, lower, take that money and then go buy another house. If you put down 30% on any vehicle, house being a vehicle, you can actually own that house and then you just rent it out. You got to make sure the rents are going to be covering everything. Like what she's done, she's got a management company and they manage all her properties. They collect her rents and send her a check, and she still owns those houses. So yeah, hopefully in the next 2 years, you'll be getting to notice that, I'm moving somewhere in Rancho Cucamonga and it's badass. And we bought it with other people's money, OPM. Money. All right, so that's into that. And before we go here, how long have we been on for, Ray? Let's look at that really fast. Ooh, an hour. Okay, so we need to wrap this up. So at the end of the day, the Model Y rocks. If you don't get a Tesla Model Y or something electric, you're going to be missing the boat. So do what you can to get one. And it's 2035, so that ends at that. And then solar systems. If you bought one, if you haven't bought one, give Ray a jingle. Ray, how do they get a hold of you? How do they get a hold of you? Ray?
Call me at area code 626-215-1044.
And you have a website, QHIinc.com/Ray.
Yes, .net.
Same thing for no, it's not .net. That's your email. Hey, let me put a real person on the mic. Hey, London. No.
Just kidding. I wanted to see her listen. I wanted to see her paying attention.
QHIinc.com. It's QHIINC.com/London, like the city.
Yes.
Right? And I called it a state before, didn't I?
Yes, you did.
That's it mental stuff.
Brain fart.
So, brain fart, yeah. So if somebody wants to get a hold of you, what do they do?
My phone number is 909-273-5141, or you can look me up on Facebook, and my Facebook name is London K Power.
London K Power.
Wow, that's
Power.
Cool.
I like that. Damn. Wow. Power. And then Shaun, of course. Shaun's just sitting here, and he's a quarterback with me. We go into the office and pull our hair out. And I'll probably end up being bald one day.
What hair?
Shaun doesn't have any, right?
That's it.
He looks good, though. He looks like a tough guy.
He's a good-looking guy.
Yeah. I'm going to get him a biker's jacket. Think that'll work?
How about a leather jacket hat?
Oh, yeah. Like those
jacket
like a
hats?
thug.
Yeah, with the
like
leather
those
jacket
thugs,
and the
right?
hat.
Ooh. And then he's going to say, and then we got to get you a collar with studs on it. No.
You'll be like everybody else, Shaun.
That's it,
No.
Shaun.
So that's it for now. Any last words, Ray, you want to talk about? What's going on?
Happy Thanksgiving.
Yep.
And
thank you kindly.
Be safe and, call for solar.
And when in doubt, call Ray.
That's it.
Call
Or London.
Ray, right? Or London. Shaun, any final words?
Oh, just everybody be safe out there. Be thankful.
Thankful, right?
There's a lot you can obviously see around you, and especially around here. The different situations that people have that you could be elsewhere.
Environments change, right?
So
in a heartbeat.
At least try to take that into consideration instead of just being selfish for your own means.
That's it.
I like that.
Hallelujah. I appreciate
I like that. Hallelujah.
Actually, I like that, Shaun.
And Miss London?
To spread love, because it's a lot of evil out here. So love one another, just help each other
I
out.
like that. Look at her.
Yeah.
You have this bright aura around you when you walk into the office.
Thank
You notice that Ray automatically goes to the dark. I'm just kidding, Ray.
Cry. That was an emotional situation right there.
I'm kidding. All right, Ray.
This podcast is brought
I'm not even done yet. Spread love, right?
Spread love.
Spread love. Love is the best thing. It heals all. Am I right?
Mm-hmm.
And for me, it's going to be, be thankful who you are. You're here today. You don't know about tomorrow, man. Yesterday is in the past. So if you got a picture, it really doesn't mean anything. Put it up on your social media. Show people you care, right? Reach out. Do what you can for others. And at the end of the day, it's going to take care of you. Am I right? Yes, Ray, you got your hand
Last thing
up.
I want to say, because, I have to be thankful for Thanksgiving and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I also like to thank my boss for being who he is to us. And we really appreciate you.
Who is that guy?
I don't know. His name's Chris
Some
Moss.
clown name.
Chris Moss.
Some clown with a dress.
He drives a Tesla.
Doesn't he look like
He's
a troll?
Tesla, man.
A troll in a bikini.
Trolls.
Hey, that's another thing we didn't even finish, right? We got a lot of things to finish up here.
But thank you
before
for
we-
your
Still be
support.
moved.
Hey, listen, it's all about that cog in the wheel, right?
So-
If anybody is capable of helping out anybody, regardless of the situation, you know what? Not that it doesn't matter. It matters.
It does.
Right? So put your freaking best foot forward and pay it forward, because eventually somebody's going to need your help, or you're going to need to help somebody else. And in doing so, you make the planet a better place to be on, right? Positivity. No negatives, Ray. All positive.
I was just saying
I
meatball
didn't say
sandwich.
it. Oh, yeah, that's next. You're going to do a meatball sandwich today. Yeah. But anyways, thanks for listening, everybody. We appreciate you. And take care. We'll see you on the next show. Thank you for listening
Bye,
to
London.
the Energy Hour podcast.
That was nice.
Thank you for listening to The Energy Hour. Visit them on the internet by going to qhiinc.com/TEO. That's qhiinc.com/TEO.
Capture the joyful magic of the holiday season with Virtual Santa. Virtual Santa is a high-definition projection effect that walks, waves, laughs, eats cookies, and puts presents under the tree. From outside, it's so real, you swear Santa's in your house. Virtual Santa, originally seen on ABC's The Great Christmas Light Fight. You can choose from traditional Virtual Santa or new African American Santa. Holiday effects include Virtual Santa, Mrs. Claus, Santa's Workshop with Christmas elves, and so much more. Buy one effect or a bundle. Available in HD DVD, digital download, or USB flash drive. Also available in LED projection bundles. For a winning Christmas display that will delight your neighbors young and old, visit us at virtualsanta.com and become known as the house where Santa lives. Virtual Santa, where holiday spirit begins.
Got your latest electric bill? Is it less than last month or last year? Probably not. But if you had a solar system from QHI, it would be. Your electric meter could be running backwards. Right now, get a QHI system installed for no money down, no out-of-pocket expenses. Get an immediate savings on your electric bill. Call 909-609-5437. Solar is all they do. Call QHI 909-609-5437.